So I've been having a problem with this Milwaukee sander. Every time I put it down to the workpiece, it tends to take a big gouge out of it. It kind of puts a swirl in a deep groove. So I've got a fresh sheet of 80 on there. I'll show you what I mean. I'll turn it on. You can see those grooves there. Really deep gouges. So I'm going to take it in for warranty and see what they say. So the Milwaukee warranty place took one look at the sander when I told him what it was doing, and he said it's the brake. So he sold me a new brake pad. It's not covered under warranty, it's a consumable. But I'll be glad just to have the problem solved, if that's all it is. So that Velcro pad just comes off with those 4 screws. Probably could use a good cleaning if nothing else. Using a flat screwdriver, I just pried these out. And so I guess this is worn out. You can see these little tabs are worn. They're not 90 degrees anymore. Whereas the new one has flat topped full tabs. These ones are worn out. So that's what he was talking about. The other thing that I heard it could be is the bearings, but this feels smooth. There's no bearing noise or anything. It's tight. That's fine. So I've got that all cleaned out, blown out, and I scraped a bit of the dust out of there as best I could, and it looks good. So I think it'd be a lot easier to put this back in by splitting the housing open and setting it in and pushing the housing back from each side. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to take the housing apart. Hopefully nothing springs out, any gears or whatnot. And I'm just using it's a little Torx screw of the brand that shall not be named because I'm disappointed with their warranty. But it's the only one I have of that size. Because you need a long one to fit in some of these holes, and I don't have a long one in this side for my impact driver, so using a T15 Torx. Try not to lose any of those screws. Just split that housing. So there's the guts of it. There's a little belt in there. That's pretty cool. And while this is open, I'm just going to blow this all out really good too. So I've got that all blown out and cleaned out. And since I've got this open, I'm just going to give a little squirt of oil on the bearings. Little WD-40. I don't know if that's necessary, but I'm in here anyways. But the bearings feel good. No problem there. But if the bearings were worn, I wouldn't be afraid to replace them on here. And then this thing slides into the slots. Yeah, slots. Push it in. Line it up. It's a little bit tricky to get them all lined up and try to film it. There, I think they're all seated. There. Close it up. Everything snaps in place. It's all sitting flush. Tighten those screws, the ones I didn't lose. There's the last one there, the last T15 screw in the housing. There, so I've got that all cleaned off. These are Torx 25 screws. I'm just going to put them on by hand so I don't over tighten them. Now, one thing I noticed immediately, this doesn't want to turn. So I'm assuming that's just because it's a new brake in there. But we'll see when I turn it on if it works or not. Yeah, it works just like brand new. That's all it was the brake.